We built our stone tool maker. I wonder... I'm just gonna try and load up the Civipedia, which is at this side for some reason. And let's just have a look. Buildings. Oh god, there's so many buildings. So much stuff in this mod, it's amazing. Must have taken flipping years to make. Okay. Oh god. Look at it all. Slave compound. Dirty flipping slavery. Horrible. Down! Stone maker! It only adds production and gold. However, does it allow me to build particular things? Oh, it loses its relevance with bronze working and metal casting. But it adds production with certain things like carving and flint knapping and microliths and things. Pretty cool. Obsolete with ironworking. Fair enough. Required to build flint knapper's hut. Here's the guy. Requires obsidian or stone toolmaker. Oh, requires obsidian and stone toolmaker. Or shelter building, flint knapping and flint. I think I'd rather have an obsidian tool, that's much cooler. Chert. Chert's not a real flipping thing. Cool, so they did actually make tools out of obsidian. That's very interesting. I never really thought that would happen. Because obsidian's quite a tough bit of material, isn't it? Although I imagine they would probably carve obsidian with obsidian, or I don't know. I mean, it's not like they're going to run out of rocks, is it? So they probably just use loads and loads of rocks. So smushed them together with 2 rocks or something. Maybe that's the basis for the whetstone then. Huh. Very interesting. I love speculating because it just goes on forever. Obsidian. Well, we had some, didn't we? The past is prophetic. The past is prophetic in that it asserts loudly that wars are poor chisels for carving out peaceful tomorrows. Martin Luther King, what a guy! Was that Martin Luther King or Martin Luther King Jr., which most people know? Wood spearman, come on, we've got a stone tool making now. Can make obsidian spears. Boomerang thrower. Would that require Maori? No, Aborigine. Makes sense. Ooh, lacquer. More lacquer. Simple woodworking. I love how they've got simple woodworking, and yet that's a picture of a face in a bit of wood. That's not simple, that's very complex. Oh, heat treatment. Ah, yeah, that'll be Ironwood Clubman. Wow. Composite tools, bark working, raft building. Well, we're doing bark working now. Reveals bark. Bark would come off trees, come on. Think about it, man. Oh, wood comes improvement, and lacquer. Lacquerware. Is that like Tupperware? I wonder if that's actually a thing. Tupperware. They probably wouldn't be able to use it, actually, thinking about it. Well, we're about to have our first new scout. Scouts! The brand new series. Right, what I'm going to do to start with, you know, I said that we haven't really explored this. I'm going to send him down here, actually. What I was saying was, before I got horrendously sidetracked, was that there's a lot of water here, so there's probably not much that we can explore. So, what I'm going to do instead is send him this way, which means he'll be able to explore this area. And there we go. Well, I have to be honest, while this portion of the game is extremely well fleshed out, and obviously done an extremely good job on it, I'm not sure I want to play this if I was just playing normally, because it just takes far too long, to be brutally honest. Especially to like build stuff and grow and things. I mean, I've got it on marathon speed, and you're supposed to play it at snail speed, which is even slower. So, that's just insane. Who's this? Goths. Interesting. Oh, Upgrades tracker, screw it. Yeah, so if I was just going to play this like normally, I'd probably start straight from the ancient era or something, because again, it takes a bit too long to do stuff, and I haven't even got a second city yet. That's how long it's taking, which is a bit of a shame. Just goes to show how impatient I am really with games. But I mean, literally all I'm doing is pressing return every few minutes, which doesn't make for the best gameplay experiences. I could reference something that only uses QTEs and calls it gameplay, like, for example, Heavy Rain. But I'm not going to do that, even though I just did. Actually, what all these like adventure games that are just QTEs. I mean, who wants them? Wouldn't you rather have like a film or something? I know I would, because what's the point of doing all the QTEs? Good ending and bad ending. Well, anyway. The savage bows down to idols of wood and stone. The civilized man to idols of flesh and blood. Okay. Looks sheepishly over at games. George Bernard Shaw. Or George Bernard Shaw. Wow. Cool. Leads to woodworking. Oh, we're making fine-edged tools now. Which leads to the microlith, so we can actually find out what it is. Ah! Requires forest in city vicinity and requires bark. Cool, so we can actually make bark huts, which improves everything, I assume. Because now you see, this is intriguing. The graphics. Again, I got a bit of stick for complaining about the graphics, and I do apologise, but I mean, it's a big thing, and I am a critic, so that's the whole point of this. The huts, shouldn't they all be lean-tos? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's a city. It's meant to be representative anyway. It's not meant to be like perfectly looking like something. It's like whenever anybody watches me play Civ 4 and they think, oh, you're playing as giants there, aren't you? And I say to them, no, it's meant to be representative. Oh look, got another tracker. Look at all this mess of animals and things. Owly. They're all healed up at least. Still can't believe that Link's got like petted by all those people. Again, I'm going to send him this way, I think. Even though I've already got a guy over here, but whatever. He seems to be going back on himself, which is stupid. Might be a hunter though, might be going towards where all the enemies are. I say enemies, they're just wild animals, aren't they? Not necessarily enemies. Targets. A dire wolf. Oh, we've got a spectacle bear. Spectacle bears are cool. I'm going to keep hold of him. And a dire wolf. What's so dire about him? It's just a wolf without a graphic. That might just be the game bugging out slightly. Animal tundra safe. Could have the myth of the Paleolithic dog, and I mean I have got multiple dogs, so... Or do I? I'm sure I had another dog. Well, maybe I don't. So let's keep hold of the dog then. The reason I'm keeping hold of all these animals is because then I can just, when I get a new city, I can just bomb them all and like grow the city dead quickly, which would be good. You see, strategy, strategic strategy. Is there a difference? What's the difference between? Oh, hang on.
The only tool you have is a hammer. You tend to see every problem as a nail.
Agreed. Oh, look, there's a microlith. Yeah, I was right. It's like a needly thing. Tiny little bit of stone. Presumably for the use of, like, tools and spears and things. Again, fine-edged tools. A flint napping. And axe making. What's that for? It should say what unit the promotion's for. That's it. What was I saying? Can't remember. Good. Okay. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. The Guy Bulg had to be made ready for use in a stream and cast from the fork of the toes. It entered a man's... ouch. It entered a man's body with a single wound like a javelin, then opened into 30 barbs. Only by cutting away the flesh could it be taken from that man's body. The Tane. That sounds quite painful. Cast from the fork of the toes. That sounds even more painful. Lovely. We can make a stone man with a bit of stone on a stick. Cool. I see why we've only got wood spearmen, because we haven't researched how to make spears yet. Fair enough. So basically got people with pointed sticks. What about people with pointed sticks? Shut up! Yes. If you get the reference, then you don't win any prizes because I can't afford it. Anyway, I'm going to upgrade this guy because I've got the money. Got an ibex. Good stuff. Oh gosh, look at this chucklehead. He looks like an Egyptian, which is completely the wrong side of the world. Actually, thinking about it, Byzantium is modern day Turkey. So maybe not that far then. Anyway, ancient Egypt wasn't around at the time that Byzantium was, so... Whoa! Look at Mayan's score, it's just gone up loads. Yeah. Not that the score really matters at all, really. The only thing the score does that I've seen is if you're at the top of the scoreboard, people are more likely to declare war on you or ask you for stuff. Basically. So I've always found it best to sort of stay on the middle of the road, then people don't bother you. And if you're at the bottom of the scoreboard, then people just say, "Oh, look at you, you're right, wimp, you, aren't you?" And they're probably right. Oh gosh, this guy's got a lot of promotion options now. Good grief. Hremend Halamas, he's been a long time man of good standing in the Byzantine Empire, so I think he deserves... Wow, look at that flag, I never noticed that happened before. Take this. Hremend Halamas has been around for a very long while, so I mean he's managed to survive all sorts of crap, which is fantastic. I commend him. Should I promote him now? Rugged combat, wetland combat, Arctic combat, desert combat. Oh, we can just give him combat 2 or guerrilla 2 or sidestep 1. 20% versus throwing. Well, we'll think about that later. Is this, I'm not actually sure which part of the Lord of the Rings this would be. Maybe it's not even Lord of the Rings. Might be something else. Last of all, Hurin stood alone. Then he cast aside his shield and wielded an axe two-handed. And it is sung that the axe smoked in the black blood of the troll guard of Gothmog until it withered. And each time that he slew, Hurin cried, "Aure and Tulluva!" Cool. So he broke his axe, killing all trolls. Fair enough. And now can make a stone axe man. And Tewatua! That's amusing. Fantastic. I could also make a dog soldier, but I'm not a Sioux. I've always thought dog soldiers' weapons, particularly on the thumbnail, looks like a golf club or a hockey stick or something. Oh, there we go. Obsidian weapons. Yeah, that sounds super cool. Can construct culture Zapotec. Ah, look, there we go. Yeah, that's what the bark working did for us. We've now got housing bark huts, which improves our production, improves our money a little bit as well. So we're actually making 2 per turn. Fantastic. And also gives our citizens a better housing situation. So there we go. And we've no longer got housing homeless either. Ah, that's good. So, oh right, housing homeless. Ah, that's why it made people angry, because it was saying that it's in the housing category, but the people actually don't have any houses. I get it. I get it. So, people are happier, they're less sick. Look at that. Which is brilliant. So, I love that, the happiness thing that just says, "Oh yeah." I don't know what it is, but it's funny. I like it. So, There we go.
From such crooked wood as that which man is made of, nothing straight can be fashioned.
Oh, that's definitely from Age of Empires, that. Look. Nudka Clubman! He's got a lampshade on his head. Oh, look, there's Tuatiwa again. Tuatiwa? Atlatl. An atlatl is like a javelin sort of thing, isn't it? I think. Carpentry. Oh, God, that's amazing. That's a very short two-man saw, though. We've got Wood Gatherer, becomes a lumberjack in 5 turns. Prime Timber. Oh, lovely. Glad they call it timber, because that's the English way of saying it. And Bamboo. Another... The armour was made of bamboo, wasn't it? Not bark. Bark is flipping RuneScape. Split bark armour. Oh, there's Culture Nootka. Culture Iroquois. Oh, pests, termites. We had termite mound. Can we not eat them? It's fine, isn't it? He's very angry. Lumber camp. Oh, hang on. Make your mind up. Well, I suppose it doesn't make any difference, does it? Interchangeable. It's fine. Bamboo bridge. And a log bridge. Good stuff. And here is Adwin Riron. I think he's quite a good hunter. I'm going to give him Woodsman because he's healing up slightly. Oh, does he? Yeah, he does. And I'm going to go and hide here. Oh, what's that? Fine clay. Ooh, interesting. Oh, hello. We found another nation. Oh, we have found India. Oh, yes. Please. I was gonna say something that might have sounded very racist, and you might not have got the joke. So I'm not gonna say it. The joke is that Gandhi is always asking for stuff, and I was gonna say, oh, please, may I have your nuclear missile? But I don't know. It might have come off as distasteful, which is not right. It's very wrong, in fact, and people should learn to take a joke. Shamanism. That's interesting. Wonder who did that. Certainly wasn't me. Oh, lumber camp. Let's take that because it's only 1 turn. Oh, a source of deer is discovered. That's good. It's very strong. Right, let's flip and heal up. I've constructed a childbirth hut. Presumably that won't give me 3 units because that would be silly. I think all it does, let's just have a look, it improves the health of my people, which means I will grow quicker, and look, I'm going to grow in 16 turns. That's exciting. I have a stone tools, that's pretty cool. Hang on. Oh man, that's very clever. So, oh, you know, I thought all the tools and things were specialists that could make stuff, but apparently not. I don't know who these guys are. The reason I said that is because I moused over this guy and it said stone tools. Apparently that's not how it works. Properties. Oh, that's interesting. Ah, I found the crime thing. Yeah. Okay. Crime rate is minus 51. Is that good or bad? Let's just have a look. Ooh, my disease rate is 71. Might be worth... Actually, yeah, Healer's Hut will be fantastic because it'll offset all the sickness entirely, pretty much. If you have a look. Plus 2 health. And that's all I need to balance it out, which is great. So I'm going to do that. Oh, look. Found the Australian Empire. I apologise. We found Australia. Where is Australia? Where do they live? Or maybe it's just a person that I found that's Australian. Oh, is it there? Right next to India. Huh. Or what? I'm not really sure what to make of that. I don't know. Where have I found the Australian then? Again, I couldn't tell you. Oh well. We know that they exist, and that they're quite powerful, apparently.